ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಣಕಣದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and welcome to Blitz Youth Cup U-25 Valorant Edition 2 Qualifier 1. I'm host Chris, and today we're gonna be having a lot of games, I must say. We're gonna be starting off with the winners phase, or should I say the upper bracket of the tournament, which is gonna be the side of Team Carbo versus Team Lucy and Team Idli versus Team Ecliptor. Well, these are all top bracket matches, and then we're gonna be having some matches on the lower brackets as well. Which team actually finds themselves on the lower end of these matches will have to fight their way to the grand finals. Do note, ladies and gentlemen, this is a double elimination, as I mentioned, because you need to lose twice to be eliminated. So there's a lot of stakes for all of these teams, but I can pretty much guess that they have come so far, so they are gonna be putting up their shows as well. As of now, we're gonna be having the matchup between the side of Team Carbo versus Team Lucy, and as we speak, the match is actually on the way on the map of Sunset. Well, once again, as I mentioned, it is gonna be Team Carbo and Team Lucy, and It's gonna be Team Carbo on attack from the looks of it, and definitely it is. And from the side of Team Lucy, they're gonna be opting to go for defense. So Sunset being a picked map, I'm quite interested how this matchup is gonna go down, because Sunset is a completely newer map with a competitive pool. So there is a factor that they can bring something out of the hat. So I'm really looking forward to that. But the possibilities are the attacking side,
Select
especially the
your
side of Team
agent.
Carbo. They're not gonna be too far away from the strategies, because definitely they have the they have the strategies ready for this, as this game itself is being taking place in LAN. As I also fixed the banners of the team names, which I just noticed that Team Carbo is gonna be on attack, and there you have it. It's gonna be up and running. But as we speak, game is gonna be launching its way. The agent composition is gonna be on your screen. It's gonna be a Cypher, Reyna, Breach, Omen, and Jet composition from the side of Team Lucy. A pretty straightforward composition in my opinion, because I know for a fact that this map sometimes does have a tendency to go for a double Sentinel setup as well. But then again, having a dual setup is not going to be something which is going to be out of the hats either. At the same time, it's going to be nearly identical from the attacking side. Well, the only exception being, or should I say something which doesn't quite fit there, is going to be none other than the presence of the Yoru. And as we have the first timer, let's talk about the game, because I'm not saying Yoru is a bad agent whatsoever, because in the right hands, he can be a menace, and I'm really expecting from the selection side, I think it is Karnataka, yeah, it is Karnataka who's opting to go for this Yoru pick. He can live up to it, because sometimes a Yoru player can be a pain, or sometimes it can be an advantage for your team, or for the opposition. But I'm gonna be keeping my hopes up. Other than that, everything looks pretty much identical. I would say if I had to choose any given side, I wouldn't put any of my bets actually. Let's just put it that way, because who wants to be a devil's advocate at the moment? It's just 0-0, the first ever round. It is a best of 1 for now. The finals gonna be best of 3, which we know. So there's a lot of stakes. You can't quite, miss out on these specific maps. We're putting the risk right now. You're gonna be looking down on a losers bracket, where you're gonna be having a much more pressure to fight against other teams, make your way to grand finals. So this is not looking bad whatsoever. But at the same time, the other matches we're gonna be seeing, it's gonna be the side of Team Ecliptor and Idli. So I don't quite know how their strategies are gonna be, but from the looks of it, as this is the first match of the LAN, which is being streamed as we speak, as it's sunset, I'm not gonna be very surprised if it's something a bit more, how do I put it, out of the hats, because I kind of realized that these players, they're gonna be playing with their heads, they're gonna be getting in the veins of the players, and now the admins are gonna be giving me the cue. The players are gonna be ready, and the match is gonna be started. We're gonna be getting the buy phase of the first ever round. Looks like it's gonna be a full-on stack onto the A side, onto B side. Even though there is some mid presence, which is important onto the courtyard side of mid. But the problem with courtyard is I just personally do not quite like the market play, because you need to have some form of control tiles as well. Otherwise, it's really difficult to contest 2 angles at the same time, because there is a top mid and the market side. But whatever, the speculation is gonna be leaving their side, and now we're gonna be having the barriers coming up in a couple of seconds, and then we're gonna be going for the full-on execution from the side of Team Lucy and Carbo. Once again, if you've forgotten, it's Team Carbo on attack and Team Lucy on defense. There's a presence on mid, as we can see, and now they're slowly but surely walking down the B lane side. They have the B lane control, but the Cypher trips are gonna be there. Omen's gonna find an opening onto the Yoru. I don't quite know if he was on the lurk. Yeah, he was on the lurk after all.
Spike carrier is
So was Vibe Boy, but the problem is the Spike is gonna be defender clutch now. That's gonna create a lot of problems for the attackers. Carbo will walk inside the objective, but Dr. Skull is gonna have the perfect angle just like this. All up to none other than the Cypher, Phoenix. Find one. Finds the flank, but everybody knows exactly where he is. He needs to find 4 more kills, or maybe the Spike as well. The problem is, in order to take the Spike, he needs to take a couple of heads down. Smokes will be there to put the pain there. There's no possible entries which will be allowed to him. The Cypher is still on his camera. The moment he steps in, he will be tagged. While they attack defenders. I love this patience, even on a 1v4 situation, which definitely favors them. They're not showing any form of aggression. This is where the rank games and the tournament games
30
differ
seconds
themselves,
left.
because nobody wants to take the stake. He's gonna be walking in this hall. The stand's gonna be there for his twin brother, and just like that, it's gonna be the Omen, who will be right on the corner to save his twin brother. Even though he didn't go down. One was on the scorecard. Good attempt from the attacking side, but then again, this needs to be a little bit more confident, if I might, because sending the spike down mid, it's a little bit more lackluster because, as I was mentioning, you have to have tile control. They certainly didn't, but it's completely fine. I'm not gonna be putting the pressure on them. It's just a pistol round. It's gonna be an eco round after this, and then they're gonna have the economical boost, and that's exactly where they're gonna be able to shine. I'm looking forward to that. Things can turn the tables around very quickly. The attackers, it might just be an experimental round from their side, that okay, we're gonna see how they go, and then we're gonna be taking the buy rounds, because that's exactly where some teams shine. As of now, Reina playing this a very realistic game, but still he does have the SMG in hand. He's gonna find success. The Eagle's gonna be there, but he's gonna come in the second one and 4 as well. The 4K from him, and now he's looking for the ace. He has the sheriff, and he's gonna be going for the leer as well. Kannadiga's gonna be blinded by the lights, but he's still gonna connect the shots because the Classic has the second firing system. The burst is gonna be coming in as well. Well played by the Reina. Just like that. It was a very quick eco round, I must say. No value has been found on the attacking side, but still it's completely fine. When it comes to the attacking eco rounds, it's usually best to go for plan, perhaps. I mean, it's an eco, so there's a high possibility that you're definitely gonna be outgunned by your opposition. It certainly happened, but if you go for a rush on a specific objective, just think how many players can a person kill, even with an Odin. I mean, you can mow down players, but still. It's definitely gonna give you an advantage. You're getting a kill, which is gonna boost your economy. Similarly, you're gonna be boosting up your economy a bit more if you go for the plan. And if you happen to win the round itself, because definitely you're gonna be able to recover a couple of guns. Hey, that's where the table turns, and that's just like that. Can put you up on a game which should have been theirs, but once again, it's a good entry. But then again, you should have taken out by Zom's the drive voice. Only making the retaliation comes in. There's gotta be definitely recon balls. Not flinch. He has the spike. He have the cover as well. He does have a smoke. He can smoke it off, but still, I can't understand why he's not doing that. If he takes any from a usual in his hand, he will be taken out, and the flash is gonna be there for as well. He tags up with the Omen and the Blitz. The plant needs to go down. It's just gonna be there.
One enemy remaining.
Dragon Rain, and just like that, Sova. Going for the cleanup duty, just like that. We're gonna be having the defendant attackers taking the first round. They did lose 2 players, but it's completely fine. They had the plan went down, and at the same time, they had good objective control. It was a slow round, and I must say, more than it was slow, it was methodical, and that's what I respect from the attacking side. They haven't overextended whatsoever, because usually on your specific rankings, or even on tournaments, some teams tend to overextend back to Boba's side. And trust me when I say pushing Boba is technically a suicide mission, because B side is a pillar. Obviously, it's anybody's. It looks like donut from CS, but still, that not quite the brightest of ideas, unless you have absolute control of market as well. But then it's a full buy round from both of the sides, and this is where the game can start. Chaos will break out, and just like that, the utility is gonna be burned by the Yoru. This is what I like about it. He's actually the clone. Find all the utilities he can get his hands on. The same thing. He has been made of almost right on the corner inside of the market side. He knows he needs some backup, but he's gonna be going down by the side of Kannadiga.
Spike planted.
Right. For a value, but he's gonna be tagged up by the Sova Owl Drone. He's gonna be caught off guard as he's keeping in front of Yoru. It's all up to the Jet. Find the first one for second, but unfortunately not gonna connect because the call-outs are gonna be there from the side of Sova. Just like that, 2-2 on the scorecard. And the side of Team Carbo. In a matter of seconds, they're gonna be able to equalize it. Question is, if they can't take it in their favor, probably they should be able to, because now they have pushed their position to an eco. As it is, things should go in their favor unless they kind of flinch. But I know for a fact that they will not, because of the fact that they have made it so far. I think they're just trying to tell the Sova where to recon it. Obviously, it is the case because they have died to the Reina previously. Can't afford to make the exact same mistake again, and I want to see if the Reina understands. Yes, he definitely does. It's like in the nick of time. Lucy's gonna be their corner. Do you have it? The Yoru's gonna make the entry. Kannadiga knows exactly where the jet is, but he doesn't know where the Reina is. Good bait, I must say. That's exactly where they kind of found their footing there. That's a gun as well for Lucy to recover. The Vandal's gonna hurt, I must say, but still, the attackers have made a good decision to make a rotation to the east side. At the same time, they have to worry about that Vandal being lost, but still. They have the side control, they still have enough players, they have enough util as well. The ultimates are also gonna be there all over the place. Carbo watching two angles at the same time. White Void is watching Boba, so he can focus on market a little bit more. Problems, Boba's gonna have a lot of pressure here. Chirag dodging that White Void. He's gonna be able to find one, but he's gonna get out of the side of Jet, but at the same time, Carbo and Zamsko is gonna be getting their own subs as well. So a 2v2 situation, making it a 1v2. It's all up to the Sova now. Does have a Vandal, but unfortunately he's gonna be blinded by the light by the Paranoia. Chirag. I do wonder what actually happened on this round, because this round was not supposed to go in favor of the attackers or the defenders whatsoever, but they turned the tables around, they recovered the gun as well. That's thrifty on the face of the attackers. I guess the push from the side of Boba, from the attacking side, was from the defensive side was it way too much for them to understand? But it's kind of unfair. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, as there is something going on with the game, we're going to be taking a little bit of pause, don't go anywhere, and we're going to be right back once the issue is resolved.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game now, and we're gonna be resuming with the game as there was a technical difficulty from our end, and now we have fixed it, and now we're gonna be getting to the game. If you have not kept up with the game, it is a 3-2 in favor of the side of Team Lucy. Team Lucy has won a detrimental round on their defense, which was an eco. So this is definitely gonna hurt the attacker's economy significantly, because I already can see one shotgun, or should I say, the judge, but it's not like the end of the world. Turbo, he will take the entry onto the arena, and who will be able to pretty much clear out the objective all by himself, forcing the attackers to fall, defenders to fall back onto the elbows, not the elbow side, the CT side. Now, there is gonna be a presence on the link side from Zoms, but still, we'll understand that as well. He's gonna fall back in the nick of time. The breach is gonna be pretty brave here to take the fight, and he will be punished for it. And Zoms got the same angle, and he's gonna find the kill regardless. And now Bad Void will be able to find one value into the jet, but at the same time, that defenders are gonna have a lot of pressure because Zoms super low on HP. Oh, well, thank God that was not a shot guard. That would have hurt significantly, but still, then again, Captain Chirag is gonna be making sure that his captaincy remains, and just like that, he's gonna be able to take 2 kills. But now it's a 1v2 once again. So he's gonna find the 3rd K. Can he find the last as well? The time is ticking. I don't think he has time. Phoenix is gonna burn the timer just like that. He's gonna secure the kill, even though he didn't quite need it. He's gonna secure the kill at the same time. He's gonna blow himself up with the spike. But then again, it's an equalization they kind of needed, even though the economy was not at shambles. But I can't say the same for the defenders, though. It is somewhat in the shambles. They can go for somewhat of a buy. Jet can drop somebody, I think, or maybe she already did. Jet does have the Blaze Storm available, so the ultimate is going to be popping out very significantly, while Zombs is going to be opting to go for a sting, or a share. But I think instead they're going to be opting to go for a save instead. A half buy, rather. Wise decision, not to mention with the Outlaw being present in the game. That kind of shifts a lot of meta in the game. You can have a discount operator, not worry about it, but as of now, attackers focusing on a B side. Interesting wires coming in, and so that's the Silva's gonna spot it out. Ages are gonna be there, but the execution is gonna be popping out as well. And just like that, the Euro is gonna take full control of the objective. Seeing nobody whatsoever. The Hunter's Fury is gonna be there, but then the Jet's gonna be able to find one with his Blade Storm. Finds one, but he's gonna be hit up by Kanariga. Kanariga pushes up on Boba. This is gonna be a very dead sentence. He's divided by the light, but still he's gonna make it alive. He's gonna have the TP as well, no ammo whatsoever. Jumps away from certain death, but then again he's gonna find the kill as well as he was allowed to go for the reload. And now it's gonna be all up to the Reina and the Cypher. Same applies for the Sova and the Yoru. The Yoru is gonna have the clear angle, but he's gonna have the superior gun as well against the Vandal. And just like that, the retake's gonna be not very successful, but still the attackers finally able to keep themselves alive, because every single time we've been on this round or this game, we're seeing players just popping off one by one, but then again, not much of a survivability from the attacking side. This is not bad, but still something they'll have to kind of work on the fly, I must say, because otherwise it's gonna be a little bit more challenging, rather. Now the attackers are going to be aggressing towards the B side. The cage is going to be probably the Cypher, understanding the possible threat, the imminent death as well, and somehow that rhymes. I don't know why, but still the rotation has been made very quickly though from the attacking side, which is interesting, because not interesting, which is admirable, because they know there's a Cypher present on the B side, and in order to get rid of the Cypher utilities, you have to use a lot of utilities to just burn them. That might be some shotguns, that might be some Graze Grenade, that might be there's actually nothing else they can possibly use. It's kind of sad, but then again, Kanariga with the lurk will be pretty much clearing out. Okay, he will pretty much clear out all the defenders and he's pushing down the defender spawn. Now it's all of the Cypher, and he's also on the corner for Kanariga, but Kanariga's gonna look away at the worst possible time.
Spike planted.
Zombs too cold. Doesn't quite know where the Yoru is, but he might be found very lucky here. But then again, Kanariga not missing one shot and connecting the shots even though he's low on HP with the 4K. Team Kerbo. Now they're actually solidifying their grounds here. They have a decent lead. That puts the opposition to a scrappy buy. Not exactly an eco. They'll have to go for some half shields, which is definitely the case as I go through the scoreboard. And I must say, Kanariga is making serious progress with 11 kills of his. He is being a deception, rather. Something which is gonna be a menace for the entirety of the game. And I'm pretty sure the other teams, including Team Italy and Team... I forgot the team's name. They're gonna be able to find the value, but then again, the Rift is gonna be coming in. The Yoru ultimate. He knows exactly where the Omen is. So does the Omen as of now, but they're having the flash is gonna be there, but the bait is gonna be successful from Nish. But 2 kills for both sides and making a 3rd kill. Sova's gonna find the better of it. Defenders once again is gonna be looking down on the better end of this. Shock darts are gonna connect beautifully onto Chirag. The problem is there's too many players to go for. The cage is gonna give him the cover. He's looking for the blind. Is gonna be successful. Paranoia is gonna be successful as well, but he's not gonna go for the trigger discipline. Unfortunately, the wire was coming down. It's like that the attackers, they kind of solidified their lead here, unless the fact that the defenders can go for an equalization in the first half. 6-6 is something I would be looking forward to from both of the sides, but then again, any round beyond that from the attackers beyond this point is going to be an advantageous situation. It might be the case, but I'm not going to be counting the defenders out of the equation yet. They have already won one thrifty. If they can pull it off once, they can pull it off once again. That might be something the attackers will have to respect. Obviously they will be. There is going to be a mid smoke coming in. The Yoru is going to be lurking down the mid side once again. Kind of reminds me of the first round, but still this time it's gonna be with a lot more backup. It's gonna be Carbo getting the entry with Zums to Cole, and now there you have it. The Jet is gonna be taking some control on the objective as well. He was gonna be there, but still, Carbo is gonna be looking down the barrels, and he will find him as well. Kanariga just coming in and now making it a 2-4 situation. Pressure is gonna be high, and now the Omen is gonna be going for a boba take with an SMG, which is possible, but still he'll have to run and gun a lot. The Reyna's not too close. The problem is they're gonna be playing two different angles. That's exactly where a lot of things can falter unless they win the individual gunfights, which is not gonna be the case. It's really unlikely, but still, Chirag finds one. He needs to go for the second one as well, but unfortunately he couldn't recover the Vandal from the Omen. Just like that, as I was talking about it, Kerbo will have a 7-round lead. Not exactly a 7-round lead, it's gonna be a 4-round lead with 7 rounds in their arsenal. They're gonna be trying their best to make it a 9-3, to make it a curse-worthy gameplay, if you know what I mean. Even though the 9-3 curse is pretty... I'm not gonna say it's impossible, let's just put it that way. But hey, it's not impossible either. Sometimes you just gotta follow the, or should I say believe in the Valorant gods, and that's exactly where Odin is gonna be able to, you know, give you the blessing. It can be the Norse god, or it can be the gun itself. It depends on which perspective you're looking at. This time around, Jet picking up the operator will find Kannadiga. That's an interesting pick. Should I say that is gonna be given the reading room they've been looking for such a long time, because Kannadiga has been a pain for them. Still, oh, the shot was too close, but still. It was a blind shot. Pushing a smoke with an operator, that's a very bold move. But now he knows exactly what the raise is. If he continues to look at down that angle, would be really strong. But at the same time, the Jet has the raise will be going down, so that's something he doesn't need to worry about anymore. But the attackers, however, have full control of A side. Defenders, however, they have a lot of objective control, so they can make it happen. The Omen could have gone for a flank TP, but which he didn't. Instead, he's gonna run them with his teammate. That's an interesting util use. Usually Omen players just scout up players with the ultimate to see exactly where the attackers are going to be defending from. The kills are going to be popping out. Zombs might want to bite, but he knows there's going to be one player inside of the in the elbows. The hunters are going to be popping out from the Sova. Burning time. He's going to be tagging up the Omen as well. He's going to find the second kin as well. And now the defusel's coming in. The Omen's not going to be sticking whatsoever. And he's going to find the defusal, but not in time. Sova. It took a little bit of time to take all the player off the defuse. Just like that, he's not going to be able to find his round, but still, it's going to be a good round for the defenders as they have played it boldly. 4-7 the scorecard. The possibilities of a 7-5 is really looking down, how would I put it? It's kind of inevitable, it may perhaps, but then again, Attackers has a way better buy. Sova can drop the Omen, which is gonna be, yeah, it is gonna be the case, or maybe not. It's the last one before the swap. You don't need to save any money, but still, it's applicable for the defenders. The attackers don't need to buy anything whatsoever because they have a handsome economy to work with. Yoru. I love this bold phase, I'm not gonna lie. He's taking mid control and he's gonna be contacting the Jet in the nick of time. He doesn't have any backup except for the Cypher, but he's such a mile away and then out of the corner, but he will be able to get the kill as a crosser placement from the Yoru is not gonna be on point. Chirag spots out one player just dashing inside the objective. Or he's jumping inside the objective with the satchels. Trying to contest, but still, Bright Void will be tagged and now he needs to go to the planet. He's still revealed, but still use the cage to his own advantage. And goes down and now he's gonna be covering his own teammate and the TP is gonna be all over the place. And now how this recovery, how this retake goes down from the defender side. The first time in forever we're gonna be seeing the Empress, but the moment we see the Empress is gonna fall. 100 Fury. The 100 is actually the showstopper. Carbo, brilliant showstopper into two players. It's all up to none other than the Omen with a Guardian in hand. But unfortunately that was such a pressure. That one showstopper from that Raze or Carbo. The face of the team turned the tables in the nick of time, and I must say this is gonna be a little bit more lacklustering. Team Lucy needs to step up the game on attack. The problem is they have lost a lot of rounds on defense. If they can take some control of mid, which the attackers have in the first half, should be able to make it happen. But still, it's really easier said than done. So there's a lot of pressure. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the game, it's a best of one. If you lose this, you're going to be falling to the lower brackets, where you can still have another opportunity to put yourself on the grand finals. That's going to be a pressure nobody wants to take, unless you're confident. And obviously, though, your opposition is going to be thinking the same thing. Reyna, an interesting entry now. Once again, the elbow is going to be pretty much swarmed, but then again, the Euro still survives. It's going to be Zombs to Cold, getting the refrag onto Carbo with his own trade, but then again, the trades are going to be all over the place. Nish finds Kannadiga as well. Zombs to Cold. down the camera to find any possible pushes from the link side, but there's nothing to be seen as of now. Over. Not all the players in the vicinity. He knows where the players are, but now he needs to wait. His teammates are not in the corner, but he will find one isolated kill, which the Cypher actually took, which he shouldn't have. Should have asked the breach to flash first, and then he could have gone for the kill, but unfortunately that's not the case. The Omen's the last person surviving, making it a 1v1. He is on 20 HP. He can push this happen because it's a classic. But so does Phoenix. The Cypher is going to be proven to be much more superior because of the HP advantage. Not to mention, the Omen also missed a lot of shots. Connecting none. Who am I getting? Making it a 4-9 scoreline. It's going to be much more difficult for the attackers to make it happen now. They'll have to force buy, which they are going to be doing. I think so. At least from Zombs to Cole, I can see that he is opting to go for just that. Not gonna be a bad decision because on these specific rounds, yeah, you can go for a Nico so that you can buy the upcoming rounds, but hey, you do not have that lead. It's a 5 round of a gap, which is still fine. Had it been a 4-8 or something, it would have been a bit more commendable. Problem is, well, how do I put it? They couldn't win the second pistol round. That's exactly what the pressure just keeps gathering, and now Zombs to Gold will be tagged, and just like that, Kanadiga finds 2 kills back to back with a lineup of his own. Nash is gonna find 1 kill onto Kerbo, so that is the face of the team off the board, but still, they're also pushing through. They're gonna recover some guns. This is looking good. B3 situation now, they have significant firepower to make it work. Wait, they could have recovered 1 more gun, but they didn't. Because the Reyna did, but okay, I think they actually had 2 guns to work with. Cypher had a gun as well from what I remember, but I'm not going to be getting answers of, but still, Phoenix. Getting Jet, and now there's going to be 1v1 duels happening all over the place, and there you have it. 1v1 is going to go down once again. But some of the defenders are going to have the upper hand, but still, I will not give it to the defenders that easily on this time, because the attackers, taking the initial 2 kills with a pistol, I think it was Zombs perhaps? Zombs or Nish, if I'm not wrong. But as they took it, that kind of dismantled the push from the defender side, attacking side. I must say it was an interesting eco round, or should I say a really marvelous eco round from the attacking side. They have the good economy now. They have the kills as well, which is gonna be giving them all the utilities they need on this specific round. But now they'll have to use them. They bought them. They'll have to spend them. That's how it works even in real life. And just like that, Jet is gonna be overextending inside the smoke. That's a very no-no zone. At least as an attacker.
1 enemy remaining.
And what just happened? I'm kind of sad that I couldn't see that, but it's a buy round from the attacking side, and suddenly it was the attacking side who dismantled themselves just in the nick of time. And Kanadiga finding a 2k, 3k. I don't even know if it was a lineup, but I really need to see this guy in action this time around.
Here. Careful here. Cutting through.
Because this is not supposed to happen. I believe he recovered the Vandal from the Jet, which possibly happened, and then he just moved the players down. And my question is, how was he allowed to do that? You have the assault rifles. You're gonna take the advantages of them for yourselves. You give it to your opposition, hey, they will use it. I kinda hate to say that's exactly what happened back there. And now this time the attackers will have a decent mid control, but Kanadiga is in the corner, and he will be taken out. That's a good opening. But there is a race around the corner, and he's gonna be blinded by the little ear, but still the smokes are gonna be there for the allowance of the recovery of the Vandal, which is gonna go down. He's gonna find 1 more, so the race will be forced to fall back. And just like that, Bright World find a 2k. Once again, we couldn't see that, but still. He might be looking down to another fight because the Reyna's right on the corner. He doesn't quite know because the Reyna's muffling his location, not giving any sound whatsoever, but maybe they know. Sova's gonna find 1 onto A side, followed up by the side of Carbo. It's all up to Captain Chirag now. And unfortunately, he's not gonna find too much with the Sheriff. It's match point, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Team Kerbo.
Match point.
Team Lucy. Pressure's really on them now. The economy is not at the worst, but not at the best either. Lucy's gonna be calling up for a pause timer. Good decision, but could have been faster. Had this pause been earlier, they could have broken the momentum of the opposition. But hey, can still do it. But breaking the momentum on these moments is really difficult, if not impossible. Because now the opposition is gonna be celebrating that, hey guys, we have one more round to go and we're gonna be taking it. I mean, come on, everybody does that. So if that is happening in the comms of the side of the attackers, which is the side of Team Kerbo, not attackers, the defenders, it's gonna be much more detrimental for the defenders. 12-4. It's a pretty huge gap, I must say. It's 8 rounds of a gap, and winning 8 rounds in the consecutive order is not child's play. But as it's not, you'll have to adapt on the fly very quickly and very precisely. I hope this pause timer helps them. For how long? It's the billion-dollar question here. It's gonna be difficult, if not impossible. And now back in the game as the pause timer is gonna be coming down. Second, we are going to be seeing some aggression. Jet has a shotgun. He can find one value, that's gonna be enough. That's exactly the Jet shine, that you get 1 kill and you just recover a gun. But the problem is he will miss the player on the market side. Chirag will be able to get the refrag, but still the refrag game is still in favor of the defender. They have a man advantage. So much utility has been lost, so much utility has been gone, and Kannadiga is gonna be making sure his rampage goes down, but it's gonna be stopped by the side of Nish. But it's all up to Reina. It's him versus the world in a 1v3. He finds the first one, but there's a second as well. Now he's gonna be able to make it a 1v1. He doesn't know where the raise is. Or does he? He probably does. The nades are gonna be popping in. The nades are gonna connect as well. 95 HP, but he's gonna be able to escape just in time. The things are gonna be coming. Good calls coming in from his teammates. Reina. Oh no, he's gonna look at the wrong direction the wrong time. Kerbo is gonna find the perfect flank, and just like that, we're gonna be seeing the side of Team Kerbo moving up with the upper bracket of the tournament, while the side of Team Lucy, they'll have to fight their way once again to the grand finals, which is gonna be a best of 3. They'll have to fight one of the teams who will be losing on the game between Team Italy, and I think it was, Team Eclipter. They'll have to look forward to this game. They'll have to understand who their opposition is gonna be, and that's exactly where they're gonna be able to shine if they want another shot in the game, ladies and gentlemen. And I must say, this game was really breathtaking initially, but in the nick of time, the momentum just fell in the favor of the side of the attackers. Or should I say the side of Team Kerbo? And that's exactly where they really shine. And I must say, when I said Yoru can be a make it or break it for any team composition, that is going to be proven to be correct here, because as you can see, the Yoru is going to be having the top frag with 20 kills, and obviously his average combat score is going to be the highest because he has found significant values with the multi-kills and everything. So that's map number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be having the second map between the side of Team Italy and Eclipter, as I mentioned. As the map bans are going to be done, we're going to be getting you back in the game, so don't go anywhere, because this is going to be a long day, because we are going to be having one of these teams to be crowned as the champions. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back in a few.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ on the go heart beat starts to grow tuning is ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಣಕಣದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಣಕಣದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ.
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಕಣಕಣದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ.
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನ ರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಚೀಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆಚೀಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second map of the day between the side of Team Italy and Team Ecliptor. And now we're going to be having the players ready in the game screen. And as you can see, as you're on your screen as well, it's going to be on the map of Lotus, which I have mentioned the first map that I'm not going to be very surprised if I see some unorthodox maps. I mean, I'm not saying Lotus is unorthodox whatsoever because it has been in the game for a pretty decent amount of time by now. But even after that, there are some teams who kind of struggles on this map of Lotus because of the fact that it has been reworked and at the same time the door factors and everything. But then again, I would prefer Lotus over a lot of maps in the game at the moment. I mean, preferably I would put Icebox over Lotus in my opinion, even though Icebox itself has been introduced to the game once again, and I'm not a big fan of it. But still, I'm not saying it's a bad map, it's just my preference. But then again, the preference of the players here matters a little bit more. So they're gonna be having the side of Team Ecliptor on defensive side and Italy, or should I just say Italy on the attacking side. Yet again, we're gonna be seeing a presence of Yoru from the side of Italy. I do not know if they know if the side of Kerbo has done the same thing. Do not, ladies and gentlemen, if you have missed the first map, it was between the side of Team Kerbo and Team Lucy, where the side of Team Kerbo dominated the opposition with a scoreline of 13-4. On the map of Sunset. Now Lucy will have to look on this game specifically because whoever loses this game will be facing them off on the next game, which is going to lose this bracket. So on those lower brackets, if they can read their position here, which they might be doing because the game is happening in the LAN tournament of Blitz Cafe, so definitely that's gonna be something which is gonna be a little bit more shaking because now I do not know if the players know each other's strategies. But the next games here on out will not be the case because I know for a fact that it's actually a strategy to understand your position before a fight even takes place. And that's exactly where you're going to be putting yourself on a significant lead and an edge. That leading edge might just be enough to give you a significant lead, or maybe just that enough to take it for your own victory. And now we're going to be having the pause timer, which is going to be expected, and my predictions are gonna be that the attackers are gonna be playing a little bit more, unpredictably because we do see a double duelist setup, which is technically the same from the opposition. Because actually, that I just noticed that pretty much everything from the attacking side and the defensive side are same. The only thing which makes me question the game setup is the lack of an initiator. If you do not know who an initiator is, basically the Sova's Reach type of characters. And if you don't have them, it's not the end of the world. But the problem is you are not going to have the information game, even if you're on attack or defend. Like, if you tow the recon bolts and everything, you at least know that, okay, there is at least a presence, a bare minimum of presence of your opposition there. Or if you're pushing an objective, that is going to be the case as well. But having a double sentinel and a double duelist composition, I think they're trying to focus on the defensive side very strongly, which is still commendable. But this is something I'll have to look for myself because when it comes to these specific compositions, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with the game, that is, we usually see a Viper being picked instead of an Omen. I mean, Omen is a perfectly good controller, no complaints there, but when it comes to Viper, she can isolate the A side all by herself, and that is exactly where sometimes the attackers can shine. But then again, it's not going to be the case anymore because the attackers, which is going to be the side of Team Italy, will be taking the entry inside the objective. The grenades are going to be top 10, but no casualties whatsoever. But hopefully for them, they are going to be able to tag two players significantly in the initial and make it that a 3k from the defender side. As the spike is also going to be in the clutch of the defenders. The attackers, They're gonna be feeling the pressure at the moment as they will have to recover the spike. That's just the initial problem. Reyna taking the fight, but he will not find anything whatsoever. Ecliptor opening things up with a 3k, and it's a flawless round on the face of the side of Team Ecliptor. Sorry, from the side of Ecliptor. And Idley couldn't quite take it, but from the looks of it, they're having some technical difficulties as there will be a pause timer called in from the side of the attackers. Yeah, it was the case because somebody actually left the party from the looks of it. So it's just the game we just started, but at the same time technical difficulties will be arising. Then again, I just really hope it gets resolved so that we can see the action. So ladies and gentlemen, as the action will be prepared, allow us a little bit of a moment and we'll be right back with the action with you. Do not go anywhere. Get yourself some kombucha from our sponsors and enjoy the game.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಣಕಣದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
Alright gentlemen, we're gonna be back in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, if I might say now, the second round of the game, it was a pretty lackluster of the attack side as they couldn't find any value whatsoever. But how much of a value can they find this time around? It is gonna be an eco, except for Reyna going for a Bucky, which is technically a half buy without any armor. But buying a Bucky on attack, bold move I must say, but still not impossible. If it was a raise, in my opinion, it would have been much more stronger. And just saying, but it's not impossible because Reyna is a duelist who doesn't quite have the mobility, unlike a raise or Jet. Let's just say. And speaking of which, we're gonna be seeing the casualties happen in the nick of time. And Ecliptor finding the third kill. No frags whatsoever from the attacking side. Well, we'll be seeing one frag from Buggy with the Sheriff on tab. But can he find more Boop? Is it Boop? It's Yoop. Yeah, it's Yoop is right gonna be in the corner. He's gonna be tagged up a lot of players because there's no way he's gonna be able to win the gunfight in such a close proximity with so many players alive with a Sheriff. 2 was on the scorecard. The isolation was And it was an attempt, but buggy. Just couldn't take it, and as of now, it's not a 2-0, but still, the game just started. There's no reason to be depressed. There's no reason to give up just yet. Attackers will be able to go for a full buy round this time. I think we're gonna be having another pause timer because of some tactical timeout, perhaps, because I do see all the players moving around, or maybe it's just the Rays AFK, perhaps, but still. He has been a very strong factor throughout the game, at least for now. Alex still on his name, and he also has the shotgun, or should I say the judge. Speaking of which, Eclipser will be disconnected. Probably it is a PC issue. I'm not quite sure if it is, but as he is the face of the team and at the same time has been pretty dominant so far, his presence is gonna be really irreplaceable. As he is gonna be joining us back. Let's allow him some time, and as we're gonna be taking a short break once again, which I kinda hate to say, to understand what's exactly happening under the hood, and then we're gonna be right back as soon as he joins, and we're gonna be back in the action.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನ ರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in the game. It was, well, I must say, considering it's an early game, we're actually having a lot of issues, and we really apologize for that, but still, issues need to be resolved, and hopefully, as of now, they have been resolved. Now we're going to be getting back into the game. It wasn't the scorecard, not in favor of the attackers. Italy needs to step up the game. Something they can do though, it is a full buy this time and they will have the advantages compared to the other rounds they had, but then again, this is something I can consider the side of the Flicker out of the equations yet. He's just too good with the positionings and everything. Bolt will be getting rid of Beanwolf pretty early on. What doesn't quite know there's a player right behind them, but the cross has been made already. That's a fake, but at the same time, the Omen has made its way inside the objective, deep inside the objective. Not exactly, but he's still on the tree side. The rotation has been made from the attacking side. They're going to be going for a C take here. Zoro's going to be splashing the players out, but still, too many targets to go for. He's got to find the first one. But hopefully for him, he has taken one gun off the board, so that's something he will be happy about. Yup will be spotting out his twin sister. Oh no, the call-off needs to be there. Wonderful shots from the side of Yup onto Italy. And now, he needs to make sure that he is getting these values whatsoever. Buggy finds one onto Ecliptor, and now can he find some more? Situation's looking very tough here, and there you have it. Oop, that's Katsura. It's all up to the lonely Killjoy now. He does have a Vandal, but not enough HP. The problem is both the Sentinels of the opposition will securely secure the weaponry. It's a very awkward plant spot, I must say, because that's definitely not planted for long. Questions which never might be answered, so I really wonder what was happening in the voice comms of the attackers, because if you're planting on this specific area on Steve End, you'll have to play the objective, and the sad part is all the attackers fell on the long side. In fact, there were no presence on long side to begin with, so if they had planted here, it would have been really different, because the Killjoy would have had a better opportunity to contest his own twin sister, but still, it is what it is, and now we'll have to move on with the rest of the game. 3 years on the scorecard, and the attackers are not looking that confident anymore. They will have another buy, which is gonna be a half buy, because of considering the fact that they are gonna be having half shields. Wasting a lot of bullets on that wall as well, going for the wall bangs, especially from Yash. We'll have to count his bullets here now. Hopefully for them, they have broken the wall, they're gonna be making the rotation, thanks to the Reyna, I believe. Giving the information. Looking forward. But there you have it. Ecliptor doesn't miss any of the shots, does he? And yes, he's definitely not gonna miss any of them. For the side of Beowulf. So the Killjoy. It's looking like an absolute domination from the side of Ecliptor. Italy is gonna be having a seriously hard time. Buggy and the 2K. Brilliant attempt from his side. The duelists are gonna be off the board. There's a player right on this corner. He doesn't quite know. There's too many players to go for. The first one's gonna be there. Okay, Buggy! Taking a 4K for himself, and that's a 1v1 situation. That's a 5 HP clutch situation happening here. If Buggy makes it happen, it's gonna be detrimental. But he has made the sound. Oh no, that's gonna be a problem. The attempt's gonna be there, but still Zoro heard exactly where the drop is gonna be. He was trying to dodge that smoke. He could have taken Grubble. He could have taken the spike. He could have gone for the plant. But unfortunately, none of them is going to be coming in. But regardless of that, Buggy, wonderful attempt from the Killjoy to take a 4K for himself on a 1v5 situation. But the clutch is not going to be happening. It definitely could have gone for a highlight reel. Probably it will be still, regardless of what the circumstances are. They'll have to make sure these are going to be rounds they'll have to take control of. Because they're still certainly not in the driver's seat. Beowulf taking an early peek onto the hump side. Might be getting caught off guard with the Marshall, but hopefully he will be escaping just in the nick of time, because the smoke from the defensive side is going to be technically a one-way. Not exactly a one-way, it's just going to block off the long angle. Very smart from the Omen, I must say. Rotation's got to be called out. The Reyna's going to be deep inside of mid. Expecting any form of presence, and he's not wrong though. There's a player right around his corner, and I think he's the only player who possibly went for a buy. Yes, he did. Would have been better if it was a full eco, because the economy is not looking that great whatsoever. But I think they're going to be opting to go for a half shield meta, even though Outlaw is there, which can definitely break the momentum. I think the Reyna is expecting the same thing with his twin sister. There you have it. He was expecting, but he's gonna be the receiving end this time. Beowulf. Bite the rust and just the death gun's gonna find one of Italy. So a refrag will be there. The spike hasn't quite gone down. That's gonna be a problem. And there you have the release is gonna be in position as well. Now, so much chaos is happening here. Death gun. He just knows the spike is in his clutches, so he can slow them down on the mid side, which he is not doing. I think he's just trying. Okay, not. I think he heard me loud and clear. He will just slow them down, and there you have the showstopper will be deployed, but Buggy. The beginning of him, the showstopper will be wasted, and in the nick of time, there's a 3-4 situation. Bolt is gonna find one, Dust is gonna find one as well. Zoro is all by himself in a 1v3. He has enough HP to make it work. The players are gonna be pushing him. He's gonna find the first, but not the second. The lineup is gonna be, but Yash too good with the discipline, with the trigger. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the side of Italy just made an impossible, near impossible play happen because it was an eco. They didn't have the best of their economy, the best of their guns, their arsenal. But then again, this pulled it off perfectly, putting themselves on a 4-1. The opposition still has a decent economy, I must say, but still they're opting to save as they're trying to fight the longer run here. So commendable, I must say, having the shotguns in their hand, which will really benefit them in a lot of manners. Zoro was expecting that, and he will find the first, looking for the second, but will not find any of them. The paranoia is going to be there, and he's going to be smoking it off to put up a crossfire angle with the killjoy with the shotgun in hand. This is going to be scary. Actually going to be there, and there you have it. Italy's going to be reading him like an open book, and he will be getting rid of him. Italy's going to find a second one as well, and Italy on a rampage. He's going to be going for the dimensional drift. Death gun finds one onto Buggy, but still Italy cancelling out in the nick of time. He's gonna find, oh, the bullets. He didn't see that he didn't have bullets. Sadly, Death gun in a 1v2, very vulnerable. Let's see, he doesn't have the gun, but at the same time, the attackers, they have all the utility they can ask for. That one ultimate from that Gecko can change the turns, but then it's gonna be heavy investment, which he will be saving for. Volt is gonna be the person who's gonna get the kill. So with that, we're gonna be having the attackers slowly but surely climbing and grasping on their momentum. They can certainly take the snowball effect in their favor, but the question is if the defenders will allow them to do so. Hopefully for them, they're gonna be having the full buy. Death gun. I'm expecting him to smoke deep, probably because he can play on this box side of B main. Considering he has a shotgun, that's gonna be much more scary, if I might. Or if he smokes. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Well, I guess I can read players like an open book, which I will be here. And the attackers. Just gathering all the information we can. The layers are gonna be there, just baiting out players, but there's not much attackers are. The defenders are buying here. Crash is gonna be deployed to scout out the location, also trying to detain one of the players, which he will. The Omen will be detained and will be disabled for a couple of seconds. The arena is gonna be there if anybody tries to go for any form of aggression on him. So the Empress has also been popped out. The counter Empress is also gonna be there. The Gecko Wingman is gonna be there to go for the plan, but unfortunately it's not gonna be finding any success whatsoever. Now I do wonder what was the killjoy doing initially, because the ultimate needed to go down initially to allow the attackers to go for Beanwolf. I guess there was a wrong information that there was a presence on Fountain, but there certainly is not, which we can see now. However, making a 4-5 situation on a post plant, the attackers need to make sure that they are going to be keeping this alive, but the problem is they're not able to do so. Ecliptor finds one followed by the side of it, leave the refrag, but still, the refrag game is going to be all over the place. Death Gun's going to find one onto Beowulf, and Beowulf will be put back into the grave once again, as the resurrection was in an open spot. Death Gun will be able to heal himself. Oh, good shot with that Phantom! Nice, a 1v1 with the Yoru. I don't know if the Yoru has the advantage whatsoever, but he does have the crossfire and the angles. Crosshair is gonna be just pretty much near perfect, and that near perfection on the round.
Let's go.
They're gonna be able to bring the momentum in their favor. Both using the scorecard, and from the looks of it, the defenders, they're really struggling now. They're losing rounds they're not supposed to lose, especially from, I think, from Beowulf. I do not know why he turned back. Maybe he saw a ghost or something, but still. These ghost callouts is not gonna be favoring their team composition whatsoever, but still. I know for a fact these teams are really capable of winning eco rounds. You cannot count them out of the equation, so I'm looking forward to that. Ecliptor, an early nade. Predictable in one as well, but the problem is both the Reyna and they are kind of stuck at the moment. A rock in a hard place, and the hero is gonna be going to TP. He's gonna find the first one, looking for the second as well, which he will. Zoro will find the refrag, but for so long, it's gonna be his twin brother making sure that his all ultimate doesn't go unpunished. It's all up to Death Gun with a shotgun in his hand. The judge might not be the best gun you expect to have in a clutch. Shorting the Reina behind, he will do a little bit of chip damage, but the problem is in these scenarios, chip damage is not something you're looking for. Gecko knows exactly where he's gonna be, and Gecko has a better gun on ranges, and there you have it. Sage will be forced to take the handgun, but with the classic, so much he can do. It's gonna be Yash's classic, which will be a little bit more superior because he had the HP advantage. 4 from the scorecard, and ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan from the side of Team Italy, this is a time to rejoice because the equalization is there, and now this is where the side of Italy and Ecliptor can shine brightly, if not the brightest. And I must say, winning that 1vx situation, not exactly winning the 1vx instead of Killjoy, kind of give them momentum that, okay, if one of our players can take the fights, why can't we? That's exactly what they're focusing on. Yash looking for the players. Ecliptor's gonna be on the receiving end, perhaps. He's still not peeking whatsoever. I respect this passive play, and there you have it. He's gonna find the first one with a jiggle peek, but that he's not gonna find any success if he peeks again. But the layer is gonna be there, the crossfire is gonna be there as well. He doesn't know the Omen has pushed in with the TP, but Beowulf will be there to resurrect his team, to avenge his teammate. The second one, the third one as well. Can he get the fourth as well? There you have it. The Yoru's running with the spike, and he is going all the way. We just know that. Make his way to B side. The TP is gonna be disabled, and just like that, he has to find the kills. Hopefully for him, if he pushes C side, that's gonna be a really bad decision, my guy, because there's only one killjoy to be dealt with. But now the attackers, defenders, will be making sure that they are gonna be living with the deception. Killjoy knows exactly what the Yoru is, and there you have it. The read was perfect. The Nicola was perfect as well. 4 from the scorecard. And once again, if you're a supporter from the side of Team Ecliptor, this is a time to rejoice as well, ladies and gentlemen, because your team just took the driver's seat back from the opposition. Question is if the side of Italy can bring it back. The economy is still looking solid. I'm not gonna say they can go for a full buy. Italy will need a drop from Omen because he has enough money. Well, the Buggy can drop as well. If that's the case, this is gonna be much more stronger. I kind of hope that attackers, they kind of bring something out of the heads, because with a Yoru, just imagine the possibilities you can do. Like the Omen have been really strong from their side with the TPs and everything, but Italy, being the face of the team, they'll have to be much more of a stronger force. Actually will be there, which to him, he will bind himself, which is interesting, but definitely not something he was planning for. What I am looking forward to is the mid-take from the Killjoy. Not clear out any possible players with the nanos, but there's nobody to be seen. Even if there is, the smoke is gonna be there, which is gonna be giving him some deceptions. The Killjoy has lost a lot of bullets already, with only 13 bullets on reserve. To connect all the shots he can. Not to mention, a long time ago, Valorant has nerfed all the assault rifles in this game, the Phantom and the Vandal, as they have lost 1 clips each. So you have to be a little bit more with sparing praying with these guns, unless you want to go for a full-on execution. You have to go for SMGs and everything. But still, it's gonna be Italy.
30
and the
seconds
opening
left.
pick onto Beowulf, allowing them to take some control of B, or maybe to bait out the players, because A side has been cleared out, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at the map. But instead they're going for a C take. Problem is, there is a Killjoy waiting just for you. That's exactly what they're going to be having a trouble for, and you have it, the Wingman will be destroyed. And okay, Yoru! He's going to turn his back at the worst possible time. Ecliptor finding the opening kill. Yoru's going to be having a hard time, so he's going to be forced to fall back. But it's all up to Yash now. It's just going to be a game of time, and Yash has no option but to take the kills. He'll find the first, but not the second. It doesn't even matter, because the clock has went down, and the defenders will take the success. 6 from the scorecard. The attackers, they're really struggling at the moment. There are really some objective. They're really having a hard time reading your positions. Come on, man. If you have someone killed on B side, and you know there's a Killjoy on C side, it's really gonna be effective to take someone on A side. Because understand this, in this map, there's three objectives. I know I'm over explaining a couple of things, but still. and there is a player on B side, you kill them, or should I say, in any maps, you have a composition of two to three, or if you're not if you're leaving mid. On this map, you can leave mid. You have qualified one player on mid, which means there will be at least one player who will force to make a rotation, which means A will have one player or none. And trust me when I say, dealing with a sentinel on defense who's hungry on an objective is much more difficult than taking one fight who can be anybody. It can be a smoker, it can be a initiator, or anybody. Whatever it is. As I was over explaining, the round is gonna be going down, and it's gonna be a side of Italy taking a complete flawless round. And I guess they kind of understood the strategy this time, that if they can flash out the players from their spawns, they can find absolute success and values from this. So good decisions whatsoever. 6-6 is really possible, as we can see the defender still on a lead. He can take the lead on the first half. That's pretty much anybody's guess. Last one before the swap, the defenders don't have the best of the economy. This is what you've been looking for as a fan of the attackers, or should I say from the side of Team Ecliptor. Sorry, from the side of Team Medley.
Somebody's there.
They have been trying consistently, and it looks like they will be doing just that. The dimensional drift will start up all the possibilities they can expect, but just giving away information. Yoru will reveal that there's two players inside of A. There's one in CT, and there's possibly one in the elbow side. I don't know if he knows. Oh yes, he didn't know, but still, it's gonna be Yup who's also gonna know where exactly the Yoru is gonna be coming from. Now the plan's gonna go down, and I think this time it has been planted for long. Is it though? Certainly not. So I wonder what's exactly happening in the VCs of the attackers once again, because they're really scattered around the map. There's one player on mid, which is okay, but then they don't have any players except for Zoro inside the objective. But hopefully for him, and not hopefully for them, Zoro's gonna go down. A little bit more difficult for them. They have a player inside of CT now and defend their spawn. That's gonna be the Yoru. Not the Yoru, the... Oh, I forgot the character's name. Who am I kidding? The Gecko, yeah. The tap's gonna be their buggy. Has summoned themselves once in this clutch situation, but the time is ticking. The half defuse was already there! And there's nothing you can do. Perfect time burn has been done from the side of the attackers, even though I was kind of confused.
Switching sides.
On the defensive side. Or should I say from the side of Italy, but I guess moving the player inside of CT from Yash, it was a really good call. Because then they were actually kind of isolated. Not to mention, the time was burned and now it's making it a 6-6. Now we're gonna be expecting that defenders to shine here. To mention, as I said at the very beginning of the game, composition-wise, the defenders have a significant lead. If not a tremendous one. Because fairly enough, the composition from the defensive side, or should I say from the side of Ecliptor, they're focusing on frags rather than strategies. It's not bad whatsoever, but they'll have to find a lot more values out of this. Yash will tag up a player, that's the Sage, who actually had a shield, so he's not gonna be taken out with a headshot. That's exactly the pistol round. Either you buy a shield or a ghost. Well, it both has its pros and cons, but anyway, Death Gun will be healing himself. He can heal himself from second on 30 seconds. Ecliptor finds the opening frag onto Yash. That's the initiator gone. Vault is gonna be having the pressure, even though the killjoy, the turret is gonna be all the information he's looking for, and he's gonna find the shot as a nice shot indeed. Vault, brilliant shots coming in, and he's gonna find a second, looking for a third, but he's low on HP. He needs to wait a little bit passively. But the attackers trying to adapt on the fly. Trying to take each side, if I'm not wrong. The problem is the Yoru is gonna be there with his own tricks up on his sleeve, but at the same time, defenders have read it perfectly. The broken door is gonna be there, and the Yoru is ready to contest anybody who wants to take his objective. It's gonna be Katsura.
30 seconds left.
What's to fall back? You're gonna be taking the fight, and yes, he will be punished for that as well. It's also Zoro. Before, he's the first, but he's gonna be traded out once again. So looks at the defenders. They've been looking for this for a very long time, and Italy, for the first time in forever, they have the lead, and looks like they are gonna be having a really good show for them, because now the attackers as I was talking about it, the compositions are really gonna be making them struggle because not having an initiator in their lineup is not gonna give them any information whatsoever. They'll have to use their bodies to get it, or maybe, just maybe, they can use the boom bar. But how much information can a boom bar give you? You can only use it once in a round, and it just goes on a linear path. If it gets, obviously, if it gets stuck somewhere, not exactly stuck, but if it gets a tap somewhere, it's gonna be taking another rotation. You can't quite control it. It's a death machine on a Roomba, but still more difficult rather. Beowulf will recover a gun here for himself. So good. Okay, Beowulf knows exactly what's happening here. The Prefer is gonna be there. He knows there's one player at least, but now he knows there's a 2-1. Katsura finds a double tap with a shotgun. He's gonna be right on the corner with the refrags. Making a 2-2 situation. Ecliptor's low on HP, but still, it doesn't quite matter. Gonna find the first. Okay, the boom bar was successful! Holy sheep! Ecliptor! You mad lad, I must say. That is one hell of a round, using all the utilities he had to his advantage, even though he had low HP. That was not supposed to go in his favor. This guy is gonna be making sure that his team is gonna be living up to his name. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend. He is a person who's gonna make these clutches happen. The first clutch of this game, perhaps, which could have been in favor of the Killjoy from the attack and defense system, which is buggy, but still. This is what we would love to see in tournament matches. This is what pushes the exhilaration among us. The adrenaline is what we love. There's gonna be deployed. We also gonna take the entry. It's gonna be Volt with the Stinger in the close proximity, and there's no way we're winning against that. My guy, Idley, with a tap with the classic. He's gonna find a success, and now he'll have to cover the plant as well. But the problem is he's just putting up the baits here. Katsura finds one. Zora's gonna find a refrag onto him, and now the showstopper is gonna be available. He's looking for players. He's gonna find one, but he's not gonna shoot it whatsoever. He's just gonna shoot it in a random direction. 1 second, it's gonna be buggy in a clutch. Can we see him? He has done it once with a sheriff in a 1vx situation, but this time the crosshair placement was not quite on point, and just like that, Ecliptor is gonna be punishing for just that. And now we're gonna be seeing the side of Ecliptors putting themselves yet again on the lead. This is looking very unpredictable, if I want to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, because I can see the attacker is going for a full buy right now, considering the fact. Wait, the previous one was a bonus round for the opposition. Never mind. This is supposed to be a full buy. With this in hand, the defender is gonna be up against the walls here. As Nico said, they can certainly allow the opposition to take these beating zones, to take the upcoming fights. Left to tail another day. Spectre. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be the Reyna who's gonna use to punish the player going for the extremely over aggressive peaks. Like that. Something has been found. Katsura's gonna find one of the Beowulf. To find more. Deadgun's gonna find a brilliant one as well. Zoro. One of his own.
Spike planted.
Buggy.
Last player
I don't know
standing.
exactly where the Omen is. Finds the kill as well, but the Ecliptor is gonna be putting him in a 1v4, making a 1v3 by himself, but never been here before. Yes, we have been, but this time it's gonna be Ecliptor who's on the receiving end.
Bomb grenade
Oh,
out.
he's gonna miss that. Oh no, he's the hairline of the Sage. The Sage is low on HP. He needs to find his twin sister, but he was around the corner. The bait was perfect. Team coordination is simply unrivaled from the side of Team Ecliptor.
Double check it, please.
I'm not gonna say Italy's suffering whatsoever. No, I take everything back, but still. 9-7 is the scorecard, and I must say, Team Ecliptor, now they're playing with their brains, considering the fact that they have a worse composition, at least on paper. They're making it work. They don't even need the initiators, because the problem is the defenders are peeking them first. In any FPS game, if you're the defender, trust me when I say the clock favors you. You do not need to be aggressive. You can burn the time. You can just bait the player. You can allow him to take map control. Hold the cross charge, then you can have it. And the refrag game is something you may shine on. If you shine on, that's all you need. They understand this is going to be full on 8 push. The broken door is going to be opened up. The tiles will be there. And now, Italy. This is something that we're looking for. Katsura, brilliant shots coming. He knows exactly where the Omen is as well. Also, the second layer should look find the Omen as well. But there you have it. Pushing the smoke is gonna be punished. It's gonna be punished by Death's Gun. Putting it at 3-3 situation for the hopefully for the stage he can revive somebody.
Your duty
There you
is
have it. 4-3 situation. It is gonna go off the flank and just like that he's gonna find a 2K and Yash is gonna be on the corner. The absolute dismantle from the defensive side. As the attackers didn't even see that coming. They had everything they could have asked for, but unfortunately a lot of utilities have been burned. If I'm not wrong, they have found one. They have actually burned 2 utilities. Yeah, indeed. The Reina Empress have been burned, so was the resurrection from the sage. But hopefully for them. Wait a second. Buggy can ask for a drop from Yash. He has money, but okay. Okay. Or he could have dropped Katsura either because he doesn't have a shield, so yeah, definitely. That could have been a much more stronger investment, but then again, Death Gun with the Guardian and the tap, and Yup is gonna find one more into Katsura. It looks like the attackers, they've made their way inside of C already. There's not much to contest because the kill utilities are sleeping. Oh, the only thing which was alive was the Nanofan because he activated it from far away. But even that's gonna be a problem because he doesn't have the best gun to work with, and there's gonna be a smoke on his face as well. And having his own twin sister fighting against him, the chip damage will be giving him a lot more problems. Everyone knows exactly where he is. Even though Spectre is a suppressed gun, it still makes noise. Come on, a suppress. Oh, the gun barrel, but does he get any value whatsoever? I don't think so. Except for finds one, followed up by the Yup. All up to Yoru now in the 1v5. Let's have a gun. And find some exit tags, but unfortunately. Oh no! The potato vest! The potato vest! Potato aim is inevitable, ladies and gentlemen, and just like that, Italy is definitely not gonna be happy with just happened because oh, the players, the Omen and the Reina potato, even the Yoru, the players who can possibly quote-unquote TP in this game are gonna be missing all their shots here, but it's fine, it's fine. It's gonna be Yash with the rescue. Why is it Yash? Never mind, it was actually someone else. I actually forgot who it was, but now Team Ecliptor. They're putting themselves on a 2-round lead. Looking forward to extend it. Definitely they are because the opposition is not gonna be on a full buy. We'll have to be a little bit more tactical here and out. The Killjoy knows exactly what's happening. We'll hear the information now. He called it out, but the problem is lockdown. And speaking of which, the lockdown will be deployed from the attacker Killjoy. The problem is the defender Killjoy doesn't have it yet. Exactly where they're gonna be struggling from. They couldn't even collect those orbs. The attacker Killjoy. The lockdown is gonna allow all the players to take control of the objective. Even with a Marshall, I mean, with a Guardian, they have been popping heads, so no questions about it. The Boombot has done significant damage to the Killjoy, and now they can find a lot of. Oh my god, Ecliptor! Fighting a 3k, almost a 4k perhaps, because he has an ace to work with. He has 5 HP, but he doesn't even need to worry about it. He knows exactly where the Omen might be. The healing's gonna be there, and Omen. This is a night he may not even escape from. Most are gonna be there. He's gonna find the first, but not the second. Zoro. He's gonna be in the corner. Oh my god, Ecliptor, what are you on, my guy? The lineup is gonna be the straight transfer is gonna be tremendous. Living up to his team's standard, living up to his team's idol. Ecliptor with 23 kills, and he is unstoppable, I must say. With 11 rounds in his arsenal, all they have to do is just extend it. The problem for the defenders is they have to take these rounds. The problem is they don't have the economy. They'll have to play these off-guard angles, but at the same time, the attackers are being so aggressive. Even the fact that they don't even have an initiator. They're just putting bodies and they're just finding success. And if they find success like that, this is gonna be much more problematic because yet again, they will. Beowulf just gonna walk inside the objective like that. He is allowed to. This is not supposed to go in favor of the attackers whatsoever, but they're making it work. It's all on the Reina and the Killjoy. Buggy, once in a 1v5, but it looks like we've been here before. Apologies for that. But no prisoners whatsoever from the attackers. We're gonna be staying on match point. One more run off the board, and we're gonna be seeing the side of Team Italy facing off against Team Kerbo on the upper brackets and the side of Eclipse. Sorry, not Eclipse, Ecliptor. Apologies for that. Wait, who am I kidding? It's gonna be Italy who will be looking down to fight against the side of Team Lucy. and it's gonna be Team Ecliptor preparing themselves to fight against Team Turbo. They still have a chance, but the problem is, do you really want to find yourself on that loser's bracket? The comeback is not impossible here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a fan of Team Ecliptor, you have to type it in the chat as well. Make sure that their motivations are on point. Show them their support and they might pull the impossible. I'm gonna be putting my thumbs crossed and fingers crossed so that they can pull this insane clutches happen, but at the same time, this is looking unlikely. Control's gonna be stabbing interesting time to put up the utilities in his hand. Ecliptor is gonna know exactly where it teleported. He heard the noise, and it's now or never for the Omen and the Reina. Katsurada going for a rotation, but the problem is doesn't quite have the best gun to work with. He does have an operator, but that operator found no value whatsoever, and it's gonna remain like that. Volt in a 1v3 does have some form of utilities, but there's no point. There's no point of saving the gun either, my guys. The last round, get as much skills as you can. Show your retaliation. Show that you're angry. Show that you want to come back on the upper brackets once again.
Cover going out.
Gonna go for the swing, but unfortunately Zoro is gonna be right on the corner. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the second map is gonna be going in favor of Team Ecliptor, as they were gonna be moving on to fight against the side of Team Kerbo. But for the side of Team Italy,
15
they're
minutes.
having a little bit of a pressure because they're gonna be forced to take a fight against Team Lucy. And now we're gonna be having the biggest question: which team between the side of Team Lucy and Italy will be moving up to the upper brackets, as they were going to be making their way to the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a question we'll be getting the answer after a couple of seconds, so we're going to be taking some break. Allow us some time. We're going to be back when the players are also ready with the second match, which is going to be on your screens in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. Get some juice,
15 minutes.
some information, and we're going to be right back with the short break.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
Overheating is a gamer's hell. It plucks the fun out of 4K graphics. Ouch!
The upgraded Omen tempest cooling technology beats the hell out of overheating.
Omen 16 with Intel Core i7 processor.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ದಿಲ್ನರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನರ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ.
Overheating is a gamer's hell. It plucks the fun out of 4K graphics. Ouch!
The upgraded Omen Tempest cooling technology beats the hell out of overheating.
Omen 16 with Intel Core i7 processor.
ವೈವಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ
ವೈಬಿದೆ ಈ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಣಿಸೋ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಗೋ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಡಿಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕನಕನದಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ಜೆಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಫನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ
ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಟಿ 91.1 ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿ